Boom, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to a brand new video. It's your boy OnFireMan, and then today I'm going to introduce lethal to our game plan, which will increase our damage using drive gauge and super gauge. However, we need to be careful. If we use our gauge in a wrong way and get burnt out without killing our opponent, we may end up getting stunned and losing the round. So let's aim for that lethal and increase your win rate with these tips right now. So for the first tip, we have to remember that combo damage is linked with your drive gauge. That being said, it's hard to actually identify every single optimal combo for all the buttons, so you just have to remember a combo that can lead to all the super finishers. Now I'm going to use cammy as an example here, but that goes for all characters across the board. With that being said, I find it that confirms from light punches are the best way to finish the round, since the button is actually always available at all times. The only problem is you have to know how much damage you're going to do with the 3 different supers. Alright, so the full combo will be 3 jabs into a drive rush jab, right? So boom 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 into boom boom. So and once we drive rush, we will link jab into heavy punch, and from the heavy punch we will link crouching heavy, standing heavy. So the full combo will look boom 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 into boom boom. Now the last heavy punch is the one that we will link our supers, so it will be heavy level 1 into heavy level 2, obviously into a heavy level 3. So these are the same pattern. We're not gonna use any different combo for the sake of consistency. So let's see how much damage each and every one of them does. So we have 2.5k for the level 1, 3k for the level 2, and 4k for the level 3. Now that we know how much our lethal will do, we need to be able to judge our opponent's health and convert resources into damage accordingly, so we don't waste meter and miss our lethal. Now I like to play around with the drive gauge, so around 20, well, if we use the exactly 25k damage, it will be around the 4th border, as you can see, of the drive gauge above, right? And I like to play it safe, and you know, when I see that it's right at the edge of the 4th drive gauge of my opponent, I like to go for the level 1 here, and I know for a fact that it would kill, right? So that's how I know the level 1 would kill. Now if we go for the level 2, it will be it's around the end of the 4th drive gauge, so that's how I know I'm going for the level 2 here. Obviously I'm bad, so excuse me there. That's how I know the level 2 will kill here. Boom. And if we're going for like the level 3, it will be around the 5th drive gauge, obviously, so boom. That's how I know it will actually kill, and as you can see here, it will do the exact amount of damage. So using the drive gauge, as you can see, as your guide into how much your opponent health has, it's pretty much a no-brainer for me. For our second tip, we are going to play while watching our drive gauge and super meter. Now obviously learning your combos and how much damage one combo does is one thing, but in a fast-paced game like Street Fighter, you don't have the luxury to keep your eyes on them all the time, and so in some cases you might have missed lethal. So the correct time for you to watch your drive gauge and super meter is during your combos, since at this point doing them should be a muscle memory, and that's how you can pretty much confirm your lethal. Now for the last tip is pretty simple. For those who don't know how to pretty much gauge if you have CA or your opponent has the full animation CA, the answer is super simple. Now if you look above, you will see that my health is red and your opponent's health is blue, right? It will basically turn yellow. It's pretty much the same. Even if I do it to myself, as you can see, it turned yellow also. So that's how you know that it's pretty much CA time, and your lethal will do even more damage. But if you see that your opponent has a yellow health bar, that means he himself has lethal, so tread carefully there.